Taylor here. Hope you're all doing well and having a blessed year of St. Joseph and a blessed third week of Lent. And we are continuing with our reflection on the year of St. Joseph and his role for us, and especially using Pope Francis's letter Patris Corde, with a father's heart, it's called, the letter that Pope Francis released at the beginning of this year of St. Joseph. So we've talked already about how St. Joseph is a beloved father, a tender and loving father. Last week we talked about him being an obedient father. And today I want to reflect for a moment with you in the middle of the day about how St. Joseph is an accepting father. Accepting father. Do you consider yourself an accepting person? Are you able to accept the way things are with hope and with courage? St. Joseph had to, of course. I guess he didn't have to. I guess he could have been, oh, I don't know. If you're not accepting, what are you? I guess you complain a lot, or you just move to despair, and you're like, that everything's going to hell in a handbasket, so forget about it. I'm just gonna go eat Cheetos and watch Netflix. And I guess you could do that. That's not accepting. That's just sort of resigning passively. St. Joseph accepted courageously the misfortunes of his experience, especially in his vocation as Jesus' earthly father, and accepted with hope and with courage that God was still in charge. So think of all the stuff St. Joseph had to accept, okay, we got to hop on a donkey and ride however many miles to Bethlehem with my 9-month pregnant wife. Accept that reality. He got there, they went from inn to inn to inn, I'm sure, and found out that there was no room in any of them, and he had to accept that. Okay, we'll make do with what we've got. And then he found out someone was trying to kill his baby, so the angel said, "Go to Egypt." So he had to accept that reality. Okay, someone's trying to kill my kid. That doesn't normally happen, but I guess it's happening, so better accept what's happening. St. Joseph accepted with faith and with courage, not some passive resignation and not whining and complaining. COVID-19 and all that has happened since COVID came to this country in particular has given us an opportunity to make some choices, right? Accept what's happening, in some ways push back with what's happening. There were some unjust things around this country. Bishops were allowing restaurants and malls and shops to open, but not churches. Or sorry, governors were doing that. Bishops were not doing that. Governors were opening everything but churches. And so the bishops pushed back and said, this is not just. So we're not going to accept this thing that is unjust. So sometimes we don't accept, we actually have to push back. But still, the bishops had to accept what was happening to them and to their diocese, and they had to respond accordingly. I think a lot of us have struggled with whining and complaining in the midst of all the difficulties that have happened. I think some of us have turned to bitterness and resentment. I have some parishioners, like every time I'm around them, it's just um, vinegar coming out of them. Lots of bitterness, lots of negativity. They've forgotten how to be grateful and how to look to the good things the Lord is doing. So, are you accepting? Can you accept the sufferings that come your way with faith and with courage, knowing that God is still in charge, that God can bring good out of anything? Look at the crucifix. God's only begotten Son was dead, killed by his brothers and sisters. God still brought good out of it. If he can bring good out of that, he can bring good out of anything. Listen to what Pope Francis says in this letter about Joseph being an accepting father. Pope Francis says, often in life, things happen whose meaning we do not understand. Our first reaction is frequently one of disappointment and rebellion. Have you felt that spirit of disappointment and rebellion lately? Joseph set aside his own ideas in order to accept the course of events, and mysterious as they seemed, to embrace them, take responsibility for them, and make them a part of his own history. Unless we are reconciled with our own history, we will be unable to take a single step forward for we will always remain hostage to our expectations and the disappointments that follow. Do you feel hostage to your own expectations? If so, I encourage you to invite St. Joseph to inspire you in a new way, that we wouldn't be held hostage to our own expectations, that we wouldn't be inevitably exposed to the disappointments that follow, that we could accept. Mother Teresa would say this all the time: to accept. That is surrender, she said. Mother Teresa had to accept lots of things with lots of different people who were really broken and lots of people who were poor. And she had to accept good things. So sometimes she had to accept donations and she had to accept these incredible things the Lord was doing. Hey, Mother Teresa, here's a brand new property in Guatemala City, Guatemala, after this earthquake. And so accept to be sent there. Okay, she said. And then sometimes she would have to accept some really difficult things. We can't engage with reality until we've accepted reality. Let me repeat that. We can't engage with reality until we've accepted reality. Have you accepted the way things are right now? Until we do that, we can't engage with it. That doesn't mean becoming a doormat. I got to be super honest with you guys. This is something I struggled with for years. Accepting my own broken reality. I thought that was just like becoming a doormat, just like folding and just like, all right, it's all like, I'll do with me what steamroll me life, you know. No, Jesus doesn't want us to be steamrolled, but Jesus can't do the work in us that he wants to do until we accept and acknowledge the state of things, until you accept and acknowledge your own weaknesses, until you accept and acknowledge your own history, your own family, the state of your marriage, the state of your soul, the state of your body. You're not going to start losing weight until you can accept the fact that you are the heaviest you've ever been. Okay? Been there, done that. Got to accept it and look it in the face, look it in the eye, acknowledge reality and accept it so that the Lord can do new things in you. That's how it works. That's how St. Joseph was an accepting father. St. Joseph, we turn to you on this Wednesday in this year honoring you, and we ask you to intercede for us, St. Joseph, and teach us how to be accepting people. That whatever comes our way, whether it's our own fault or somebody else's fault or the world's fault, whatever, we could accept with courage, faith, trust, and surrender the things that come our way so that the Lord can do great and marvelous things in and through us. Amen. God bless y'all. Happy Lent. Accept what comes your way and watch what the Lord will do after that. God bless you.